up in the direction of this three-story building and the roof. So I decided that there was probably enough evidence to establish that there was in fact a lookout on the roof. During the course of, or before the trial began, as sometimes happens, a jailhouse informant surfaced. His name was Jeffrey Bush, and he came forward and told the police that Sassounian had confessed to him in the jail. Obviously, informants are generally suspect. They come forward for their own motives, whatever they might be. And what we would always look at would be whether there is any kernel of anything that could only be known by Sassounian that would have been passed on to the informant. And the issue of the third man on the roof was something that the informant, Jeffrey Bush, came up with. And I thought that that was so significant that we decided to put him on the witness stand despite his other baggage. But I wanted to play the issue of the third man on the roof, kind of underplay it, and then hopefully put it all together at the end. So that's what I did. I laid all the groundwork for the third man on the roof, and during my closing argument, which symbolically turned out to be the 20th anniversary that JFK was assassinated, and I could talk about that assassination and this assassination, and we have to stop doing this. I built up the momentum for the third man on the roof, and Jeffrey Bush was here, and he told you about the third man on the roof, and that's how they knew Mr. Arikan was coming. And you know, this UCLA law student saw one of the men on the corner looking at the third man on the roof. So I'm in this rather dramatic moment, November 22nd, Kennedy, 20 years, third man on the roof, and all of a sudden there is this voice behind me. She told him to say that! And I realized it was Hampig Sassounian, who burst out in English. And of course, during the course of the trial, he had an Armenian interpreter, and as far as the jury knew, he spoke no English. So here is this moment that he bursts out because I think it got to him. And the judge calms him down. I decided I'm not turning around, I'm not looking, I'm going to let them handle it in the courtroom. Ultimately, he was convicted. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, and then started the period of appeals. We won every single one of them until it got to the Ninth Circuit, the federal appeals court in California, that found in a 2-to-1 decision that part of the case had to be retried because of jury misconduct. And